Chris Broussard is joining us. So on the show tomorrow, LaVar Ball, the father of UCLA star Lonzo Ball, will be joining us tomorrow in studio. Mr. Chris Broussard set that up. Now, does he think I don't like him?
He didn't mention you, but have you said anything negative about him?
Well, I've said he's an interesting case study because Serena and Venus Williams, their father, Richard, got a lot of heat, and it worked.
Very successful.
Eli Manning and Jack Elway, Archie Manning and Jack Elway said, we're not going to put our sons and let them go to inferior franchises. So my takeaway on him is I don't love saying all my kids are one and done or my son's better than Steph. I think that's an enormous amount of pressure. But my wife always says, parents can teach kids by being a great example or a poor warning, and kids are their own little human beings. They're not human doings. They're human beings.
Yes.
And they watch dad sometimes and roll their eyes, and sometimes they watch dad and they mimic him. So I don't think there's a definitive he's right or wrong. Let's just see how it plays out.
Yeah, and he look, there's certainly a lot of positives. He's obviously done a great job with his kids in terms of teaching them to be great basketball players.
Right.
Lonzo, from everything I see in his interviews and he seems like a great kid, a tremendous teammate. But he also seems like a really good kid, humble and all that. And also, I like his idea. Now, it's much easier said than done. I think it's very difficult to do. But his notion of creating his own brand, big baller brand, he's already created it. But to try to compete with Nike and Adidas, I mean, again, good luck with it, but I like that sort of thinking, that ambition.
When we started FS1, it was the Speed Channel 3 years ago. Everybody can say what they want, but we're not the ones laying off $100 million of payroll. We're building a business. It takes a while. One of the things I like about this guy, I saw his logo, I saw his brand, and I'm like, that's actually really smart.
Yes, very smart.
I liked his brand. I think that's terrific and ambitious. It's easy to make fun of a small company that's not Adidas today. But Starbucks started in 1971, Chris. They didn't go big till 88. Okay, Amazon.com didn't make any money for 6 years. Now they own retail, and Facebook didn't do squat for 6 years. You can make fun of that baller thing, but if Lonzo Ball becomes magic, guess what?
No, you're right. You're right. And you know what else? Their family appears to be very close.
Yes.
With the boys. The grandparents were there, at least the grandfather. I met him. He was at the UCLA game last week. And so let's give him a chance. Again, I'm with you. Don't mention Steph Curry.
Stay out of that lane.
But the other stuff, I give him a lot of credit. He did say, he told me he's putting together a list of those who've been critical of him.
Well, that's...
But he said it somewhat jokingly, because I was on that list,
First of all, you know what I want him to do tomorrow on the show? I want him to come right after me.
He's a big dude. You mean come at you figuratively?
Yeah, not physically. I'm very finesse. I don't even like screening people in basketball. No, but if he thinks I've been harsh on him and it's confrontational, because, I had T.O. on and I told him before the interview, I've ripped you your entire career. This is not going to be a layup. I have no problem bringing on people but I think the Steph Curry stuff's ridiculous. But the rest of what he's doing as a dad, let's be honest about this, Chris. All of us are him. He just had a mic in front of him. Are any of us?
He just said it. You're right. He said it.
I went to a soccer game with my son. He's like, Dad, stop it. You're embarrassing me. I'm like, come on, screen. Kick the ball.
My daughter's gym teacher told me they ran like the wind when they were in 5th grade. Thoughts of the Olympics just start running through my head. Really? I really had to tone it down. and so imagine if your kids are that great. You're definitely thinking they're going to be big time.
I said one of the things about the NBA that if I had Adam Silver on tomorrow, I think the league is paralyzed. They're petrified of tanking, and they're petrified of dominance. And right now you've got dominance, and you've also got tanking. You went to the Lakers last night. It's funny. They're playing all their young guys, Chris. I wonder why.
Well, why did they trade their best player, Lou Williams?
Interesting.
Smart move. See, and I've said all year, Lakers fans, relax. This is working out perfectly. You get to play your young guys to see who you like, who's a building block for the future, who we need to get rid of, and you're losing. So you keep that top 3 pick. They don't have to go out. Luke doesn't have to say, look, we're really not trying to win. He just has to play his young guys. And they're going to lose.
They kept it very interesting last night.
Well, that's because the
Pelicans
are struggling themselves.
Let me ask you.
Yes.
don't businesses file bankruptcy and they still have assets?
That's a business strategy for wealthy people and business owners.
Business people in this country have assets, can have tens of millions of dollars, and they file bankruptcy. Yeah. For 7 years, it could hurt your credit. But if you have the money and the wherewithal to buy cash or you want to reorganize, so isn't tanking bankruptcy? You're reorganizing your business by cleaning house and allowing you to get elite talent at a discount price.
No, it makes sense. I mean, nobody wants out-and-out tanking, but we understand why teams do what they do. It's as simple as that. Now,
how about the word tanking? Take it away and call it basketball manipulation. Doesn't sound as sinister, does it?
It doesn't. What do you think about this idea? Someone told me this over the weekend. Not an NBA person, so it's not like something the league's considering. But to avoid tanking, once the team's eliminated from the playoffs, if from that point on, once every team that's eliminated from the playoffs, whoever has the highest winning percentage from that point on
gets the first pick.
Love it.